My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I work thousands of IRS cases, and I'm here to tell you the truth in a very short period of time. In working those 10,000 cases, I kind of really know what I'm doing. The reason that you really need to listen to me is because I actually worked at IRS. Other people take classes and they hope to learn everything, but they really don't. That's an illusion that they want to put out there, but unless you worked at IRS, the reality is you really don't know where all the drawers are, all the boxes are, and that's really important when you deal with IRS debt. I used to work the offer and compromise program in IRS. I used to accept and deny offers. So today, what I tell you, have to listen to this. It's important. You know, a lot of people want to settle their tax debt. I get the craziest calls. People have equity in houses, 401ks, they have pensions. This may not be you, but they want to settle their IRS debt for less than the assets that they have, their value. That's not going to happen. IRS, you have to give IRS the value of your totality of all your assets, everything, equity, pensions, all that stuff. Your house is discounted 20%, your homestead's discounted 20%. But if you have $100,000 worth of assets, don't give IRS a offer under $100,000. They're not going to go ahead and accept it. So when offers are rejected by Internal Revenue Service, and the reason they're rejected is people don't know what they're doing. The people who try to do it by themselves, maybe 1/2 of 1% may get lucky because it wasn't a complicated offer. People that they give their work to, they sold them on a bill of goods. There's no way those offers were going to go through. I get offers that they have me look at their offer after they spent 15,000 and the offer didn't go through, and they said take a look, and it was fraud. People who filed it under fraudulent conditions. Really did, and it really makes me sick to see the number of people who go through this. There's two basic formulas you have to understand when you're filing the offer and compromise. And if you don't understand those two pillars that IRS works with, the value of your assets and your income versus your expenses, those offers are going to go south really quick. And those are the reasons 99% of all offers and compromise aren't accepted. People do not understand the formula. The offer, IRS spends a lot of time doing due diligence on offers and compromise. It's just not something that they're going to send in. So if you've got ripped off by a company, that's par for the course. You probably paid a lot of money. That's par for the course. Somebody sold you a bill of goods at that company. Remember the important factors of the IRS. All your returns have got to be filed. You've got to be current for at least 6 months. If it's a business or if it's an individual, you got to be current there. Those are two of the first factors. And IRS is going to comb over that financial statement to see what the value of your assets are and your income versus expenses. And the really big thing here is if you don't know what the IRS national standard is, an application to your income and expenses, don't even bother. That is a critical part of the offer and compromise, where IRS is going to only allow their expenses for half of your expenses and going to blow the rest of them out. Anyway, that's just part of it. If you send in an offer and it got rejected, you got to find someone who you want to refile it, but find out first if you're qualified. Problem is most people weren't qualified to start with, and now they're still left with the debt. They put down 20%, they extended the statute, and IRS still wants their money. Anyway, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. Offers and compromise are a really, really tricky play for most people. Unless you're a true expert in this industry, you shouldn't be filing the offer because you can really expose your client more than helping you. Anyway, give me a subscription. I try to tell you what's on the inside. Thank you so much for listening today.